So I begin with a nice kiss, so they give a kiss.
Why? You love kissing?
That's supposed to be a nice start.
Put in everything. Yeah.
That's cute. Alright. Alright.
Right, that's me.
Yeah.
That's me.
I really I don't think so. To go Fanta for you?
No, just continue with it.
The sound not go work? Okay. You know, so you're a true makeup artist when you do your makeup in the van or your makeup come out so good. Today is my birthday. It is. Me and my husband have the same birthday. Hi Paris. Hi. Semi talking with food in your mouth. Okay, alright. Well, it's actually my husband's birthday and my anniversary. I got married to him. Let me see this already on my channel. We got married on his birthday. Would not advise this for future couples. It's too burdensome, right?
No, really, for strategic, it shouldn't be.
It can be burdensome and you make the person feel like them not really have a birthday.
No,
so.
we're not doing that with the plan with it today. Because if you do, celebrate another time. So if you're strategic, you can do what you must. And get it up with the phone, babe. So,
Put away the
although
phone, some
the
police
charge
thing
ticket
and
for
stuff.
Second thing is that, as I would have said to you, we were apt. The channel was apt, and I got discouraged. However, I won't be daunted by that. I will proceed. I will work as hard as I can because there are people that need to be helped.
As he was saying before, his channel was apt, and we reached out to YouTube customer service. That's another story. Somebody messaged us back saying that they'll do investigation, and we haven't heard anything. So it's pretty much a new channel that you'll be doing, right?
Yeah, but nothing will change. I'll be uploading all the videos that I've had in the past. I do have the content still. It's asking you to resubscribe, share the content, and let me build and continue to where I would have left off. And if YouTube should resurrect it, we still have the comes of that channel. However, we can't afford for the word and us doing our purpose dwindles away. So on that note, it's our 7th anniversary. As you can see, we're decked out in a nice shirts rather. Rusheda and the work of Rusheda. She's an art teacher, so finally we're seeing her profession in the video. So we want to thank her for the look. The kids had theirs, and may be able to pull a picture I would have taken, and you would have seen all of us that in our well coordinated colors. It's our 7th anniversary. My birthday was the 26th of May. Today's the 28th, if I'm correct. Just for documentary sake. And so we're about to leave Negril at Samsara Hotel. It has been a great place so far. For those who are seeking a low budget place, a runaway, and you're strapped on cash, it's the place to be. I love the buffet, they call it, service. You can try it out. If you eat a lot, it works for you, alright? So, well, if I were young, I'd make more advantage of that and take more benefit of it. So yes, so it's our 7th anniversary, and today we really want to do a rather reflection on the 7th. Biblically, for though you know I'm all about the Bible, biblically number 7 speaks volume to those of us who are kingdom believers. It speaks to new beginning, it speaks to prosperity, it speaks to restoration, a difference, a new season. And to be frank with you, we have been experiencing a new season since the start of January 2023. And so, yes, if the Bible is right, well, we have worked for a new season though. So it's nothing happened magically. But yes, 7 can really be a powerful number. And so we want to reflect with you today, and we hope that couples who would have not yet reached their 7th mark and they're aiming for it, that you can also share your 7-year story. For those who have passed 7 years, if you so wish, you can tag us and you can share what happened in your 7th year and how things will have changed. We want to encourage people, and so today's video is about 7 years and beyond. We are looking for new exploits, new boundaries, new limitations to cross, and we want to cross it together with you as we change life through effective living. Alright, so our 7 year has been a melting pot. so much has happened. If you check my previous video, you'd have seen the video we did about when we did a countdown and look at the what was that again?
Last year.
Last year. What was that?
Same anniversary.
Yeah, no, it was anniversary. Yeah, should have been a video. Should have been done for an anniversary. We do it a couple of years after.
How did we get here?
How did we get here? We shared. So you can go back here. Let me hear from her what being 7 years being married. What has it been for you? What has it been like for you being 7 years and married with someone like me?
7 years of being married, it's a journey. It has been a journey. It has been very inspirational. It has been very educated. What should I say? Educational?
Yeah, educational.
I have grown so much as an individual, and also I've grown so much spiritual. I've asked God over the years, I've prayed to God, and I can be extremely transparent on camera. I've prayed and asked God for a man, to give me a man that can teach me about God. Point blank, and that is exactly what I've been experiencing. God sent us the entire marriage to a point where whenever there's difficult times or whenever I feel like I don't love my husband or I just like him today, he did this, even if it's something simple, the word of God just bring me back on his kingdom to like, Rusheda, what are you doing? It's just a typical thing. You don't think about leaving your husband for that typical thing. Sometimes we get ahead of ourselves. Some little foolish random thing cross your mind. I'm not bored of my husband, and I wonder why. Because something about the kingdom, and it inspires me, and we grow, and we always optimistic and trying new things, keep me going. The marriage just excites me because we always transitioning and doing good things, doing everything together. That's one of the things that is so different for me. Me and my partner do everything together. He's like my best friend, he's my only friend, I can trust him. So 7 years of having that one person being everything to me, it just transformed my life drastically. I'm so comfortable with him over the years. We have grown so much together. I'm inspired. He teaches me, I teach him. I can be myself. So I feel like over the years we learn each other, love language, and I can be myself completely. I've never been so comfortable around an individual ever in my life. So the years gone by have really taught me a lot personally, because I don't know if I'm quiet, if I'm introvert, whatever the terms that we're all using.
Reserved.
Very reserved.
Around in public.
Yeah, very reserved. But if you make me comfortable, if you make
like
me
anybody,
feel happy, I'll go hard. And this is what my husband has done to me. So 7 years have impacted my life, how I behave right now today, drastically. So.
Well, for me, 7 years, the narrative has changed for me. My wife has been a mirror in my life. While she was speaking, I wasn't like crying or anything, because we talk this with each other every day. So it's not strange over camera. For some persons who wait until special occasion, talk to their partner, and then it feels awkward. For me, it feels like every day, but it's really good to hear it and know for it to be publicly declared. It feels good, alright? But for me, 7 years, my wife has been a mirror. My life was, the way I planned my life, the narrative of my life, it was not including my wife. Of course, I wanted a woman who loved the Lord. And I got exactly that. But above that, I wanted so much other things that my wife initially never came with. And so marrying to her has been a mirror, and a mirror that humbles me, because I was one who was praised a great deal for many things throughout my life and high school life. I was always one who was destined for purpose. I from a child, that's me. So you'll find whichever crowd I was in, I would stand out in whatever way, shape or form. Not because out of exalting and hype, that's not me. But just being who I am, my personality, that's who I am. So having a wife who was like my wife humbles me, because I always told the Lord I want somebody who will tell me the truth and who would not praise me if it wasn't necessary. Now be friend for me, because you want to read yourself, and if you have someone who cannot talk to you and cannot humble you and cannot make you feel like a person, I was humble enough to tell God that, and I got exactly that. So you see me here today is because of my wife. Those who have known before, yeah, I'm still the same person, but I would have been worse off if it weren't for my wife. So I thank her for 7 years of brokenness, breaking me and breaking bones, you know, things that I would go my normal way, teaching me to be a father, to be a husband. All those positions would have been by her, being an entrepreneur, helping me to achieve these goals, maxing out her salary to assist my dreams, and while I did the same for her. So it has been a broken journey, and us discovering that we are one circle together. She goes halfway and I take the other half. We thought that we had many persons in our circle, and we didn't, because marriage teaches me and will teach you, for those who are coming. For those who have been ahead of me, you can agree with me that marriage teaches that you can only stand with your partner if you're going to survive. You can't have nobody else in your circle. And so she has been the loudest voice in my head and in my ears. She has been the tower of strength, and I thank her for that. And being the greatest mother to the children, and also the best wife I could ever have. So that's basically a little recap of what we have for the 7 years. I have a few pointers and highlights here that we want to explore, just to reflect on our 7 years of being together, and hope that while sharing them, we can leave some nuggets of truth and wisdom for persons who are really ambitious in wanting to be different and be an impact. As you know, the channel is about changing life, effective living, and so in whatever shape or form we can impact someone and impact us, we do want to do that. And so guys, yes, so today we want to look, as you see, I am differently attired. Thanks be to my wife, she's changing my look, changing my closet. So most of what I have on were bought for my birthday, the hat. First time wearing a hat, I think so. So you can cover my bald head and the chain and so forth. So, and it's also in correspondence what we want to talk about today, you know, as it relates to you growing in your marriage. So the first highlight we want to look at, what we have learned over the 70 years that we want to leave with somebody, is that prioritize your immediate family first. Life can become so stressful, especially when you have extended family members demanding so much from you, and even friends and relatives and extended family demanding so much. And we're all human beings. You want to extend yourself, you want to give up your best, but the truth is you have to prioritize your immediate family. And so even though at times throughout our marriage it seemed as though we were prioritizing everybody else, there was something that kept us going. When we were giving 100 to everybody, we were giving ourselves 150, and that in and of itself assisted us greatly. Today when we reflect, we can say thanks be to God we weren't so stupid serving everybody and neglected ourselves. It's also a principle we saw in Jesus. Even though he was always helping and giving and doing all these things for people, you find whenever he did something great, they couldn't find him. He pulled himself away, secluded himself to hibernate, to recalibrate, just to rejuvenate himself so he can continue to serve. And so I'm encouraging persons out there who are confused. Our parents they can say demand on us because they would have done so much for us to get us where we are. But the truth is, when you choose a family, you have to prioritize your family. I'm not saying you should not extend yourself to others, but you have to serve with wisdom. And so my advice to you too is that sometimes when you don't do that, you find out that when you have served others extensively and you worn yourself out, they will eventually turn on you sometimes. And when they turn on you, who will you turn to when they turn on you? You don't want to turn to your family. If you had neglected your family, what will become of your situation? You will be left alone because you serve everybody else, neglected your family, and now when everybody has turned on you, you're now turning to nobody. And it's something that my wife and I have learned, because many people on our journey for 7 years have turned their backs on us. We would have extended ourselves to several persons, and for wisdom's sake we won't talk, we won't share name, we won't say anything at all. But if they were yet to see this video, they'll know that they did it. They did us wrong, and we were purely innocently helping and extending ourselves. But thanks be to God, we served with wisdom. Even though we were helping, we also helped ourselves. And today, when they have turned on us, we still have each other and our kids. And so I encourage someone today that as you serve smartly. So yes guys, another highlight, as you can see, I'm between these rocks. I just saw this spot and I love it. It's cute. The nature, look at the water. I mean, this is therapeutic. It's a pity we never got a chance to get in the water on our vacation, but it's to also bring the other highlight I want to draw your attention to. Setting family goals and not individual goals. This is a big challenge for many people who are in relationship. they never spend time in their single years, and it then affects them because when they move into their marriage, you find out that they want to achieve these individual goals while being married and wanting children. They become confused. And when you're confused, you're going to have disruption, you're going to have problems. So you have to understand, once you get married and have a family as in children, you have to understand your goals will have to be delayed. Your individual goals rather will have to be delayed. What I mean by that, I've had situations. Let me share a personal one with you. Last year, in September, well rather in the summer, my wife and I were extremely frustrated. Primarily because where we wanted to be at that point in our lives, we weren't. We had hoped to have migrated, or was in the process of migration, and it never came through. We spent our 2 months vacation frustrated, stressed because we wanted some personal goals. While it was yet a family goal too. And I remember I said to her, I want to study. I've always wanted to do my master's, and I applied and I began the preliminary course for the master's program. It had been 2 weeks. And when I was accepted, I felt so stressed because I was now faced with 2 impossible situations. One, I knew that financially it would have caused a strain on us because we were just recovering from some situations financially, and then to have started studying would have been another big dent in the family. And then I really wanted to start studying. I really wanted to have my master's degree in counseling psychology. And I had to make an impossible decision. I had to go back to the bigger picture. What is most important? My family. And that's when the family goal was, which was still to migrate. And I said to my wife, I have to delay studying just to ensure we prepare ourselves for migration, even though we don't see how and when, but we are going to try our best. I'm going to sacrifice and delay again my personal goal. And trust me, today we are seeing results. I'm seeing the benefit of my decision, my benefit of having delayed my gratification personal goals for the benefit of the family. And so I am encouraging someone today who you're struggling with your goals and your family. I'm
telling you today,
choose wisely. The fact that you have created a family, it means therefore your family comes first. And if you're strategic and smart, you can achieve everything afterward, but ensure you put your family first, because at the end of the day, as in trying to get in a house, a home, financial stability, health, and all these things. So when you have prepared the family, then you can now move over to your dream. And now I'm at a place where my wife is saying that you're good to go. We're good at you starting to study coming September morning, because we would have delayed our gratification, our personal goals for the wife, for the children, and for the general family goal. And so I want you guys to secure your family goals acutely, and ensure whatever you desire, they're in alignment with what God would want of you. Whatever goals, your career, your decisions, before you go after all these dreams, see how it elevates and builds God's kingdom. What do I mean by building God's kingdom? You're going to study. You ask God, what can I study that would help me to be a better person in helping somebody else? If you're going to buy a house for business, what can I do with this business to show your kingdom? And that's a principle my wife and I we have learned over the years as it relates to our goals and our family. The next highlight I want to pull your attention to, and I think it's my final one. You should have a vision which is guided by a checklist that are realistic and spiritually guided and fruitful. Doesn't matter what you are going after. The Bible says you should seek Him first, His kingdom, what He considers righteous, and then everything else will be added. Everything today that I've seen the Lord opening doors and opportunities. You wouldn't have been there when I get up at night and pray. My wife would know, and before she was there, just me and God. You wouldn't have known the sleepless nights I've spent trying to discover and understand what God would have of me. And so my desires have always been acutely aligned to how can I benefit God's kingdom. And so I want to carefully guide you as you look at your family, and as you reflect on your 7 years, as I am reflecting, that you spend time to ensure your vision is guided by God. All that you desire is guided by God. Everything, your career, your spouse, your children's future, everything, you should ask the question first: God,
How does this benefit your kingdom? Because remember, we are just passing through this life. And as you grow older, you will see how finite we are. Life itself is so simple, but yet we have so much limitations. And so you don't want to waste your years chasing after this dream in the name of being successful. I've never seen a successful man who's happy. I don't want no one to call me successful. I want someone to say he's a child of God, inheriting what God has promised him. And that's what I'm trying to say to you today. So as you go on, before every major decision that you or your spouse and children will make, you pray about it. Not religiously by getting every morning and pray, God thank you, as the Pharisee would. I ask you to humble yourself, because the Lord will test your intention. He will test your desires. He will see if you're really just a religious person praying every day, or you're somebody who is really about his kingdom. And his kingdom means everything you think about God first. That's what I'm trying to say to you. You think about God first. How this car I'm going to buy, how will this help somebody? How will what I do, what I'm going to study, how will this help somebody? Everything has to be connected to helping. But remember, I said earlier, you have to serve wisely. People will drain you. They'll stress you out. So be careful. And so before you pray, always evaluate your decisions on the basis of how does it help and spread the message of God's kingdom. I encourage you today, as you mark your 7 years and aim for 7 years, or if you're above 7 years, think about God's kingdom. Think about his message to you. And I pray you will yield positive results. I thank you for tuning in with me for this time around. And thank you for resubscribing, because as you have heard, my channel got hacked, and you're still here with me even though I've been hacked. And it tells me that you are also about the kingdom of God, as we are about changing life through effective living. Yes, we want to leave Samsara Hotel, a very nice place to be. We're just going to give you basically a quick preview of the place, and then we're out of the place. And yes, it's Samsara is found in Nigri, a little few minutes, about 5 minutes away from the main town or the town area. A very good place. We have a renovated hotel. And on the other side, this is the modernized furniture, modernized equipment, and so forth. So yes, we can bring you closer to the beach.